how's it going? How do you find the motivation to get out of the bed in the morning? Alright, so I feel a little bit qualified, maybe overqualified to teach you this. Having served a little bit of time in the military, I do know what it's like to wake up and not want to face the day. I mean, I still think about it all the time. I wake up and I'm super groggy, or grouchy, and I don't want, anything to do with the world. But what I usually do is I kind of just do it. There's not a whole lot to it. Oftentimes as I'm waking up, I'll be thinking about different things. I'll be thinking about what makes me happy in life. I think the hardest part is when you're sitting in bed, it's so warm and so comfy that you don't really want to get out of bed. And so, you start thinking about things, or maybe doing things you shouldn't be doing, just kind of preparing yourself to get out of bed and to face the day. Getting out of the bed motivated, oftentimes what motivates me is getting out and getting out of my head for a second, thinking about what it is I want to get done, during the day. What do I want to accomplish? And so I kind of try to focus on some of those things. Like for me, I like building websites, so that's one of the things I focus on is building websites and making money. Like obviously money is a motivator for a lot of people, and as well as it is for me. So, I don't know, I think for everybody it's going to be different, but like when I was in the military, we didn't really have a choice. I guess what it was is there was an alarm that went off, the big old bell, whatever, and we got out of our bunks and we just got up. So, and then you stood on line in front of your bed, and then you basically just got ready for, can't believe I did this, but you get up and you get in front of your bed, and you act as if somebody's in front of you about to instruct you for what to do today. And it's never going to be easy. You're not always going to like it. I found that having a job helps because you're going to be more inclined to, I don't know, you kind of have to get up, because you have to pay the bills, so that does help out a lot. And for me, it's a great motivator for me, because if you're not working, you're kind of wasting a lot of time. I know a lot of people out there they don't want to work, or they want to work for themselves, and as do I, but there is something to be said right there for getting out of bed and having to go to work. You don't want to be late and that sort of thing. And so there'll be a lot of thumbs up and thumbs downs, but for the most part, your environment is also really important. If you're living on your own versus living with a family or living with a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, you're gonna be faced with people next to you. You're probably not gonna want to get out of bed, or maybe you do and you want to get your day started. It depends, because if you're anything like me, I like to slowly get out of bed, and I like to stretch. Like I literally roll out of bed, and I appreciate sleep a lot, but I do take my time getting up. I don't get up like I did in the military, where you just get up and you're on your feet and you're already going towards, you're already facing the day or whatever. It's not really like that for me. So honestly, I just get up. Like I maybe that helps you, maybe it doesn't. Sometimes people don't have a choice. Like whether you might be like in prison or something. I don't know how it is in prison, but you might have to get up at a certain time as well, or you can't just like sleep in, or maybe you can't. Like it just depends on the strictness. Or if you're finding motivation, I'll just tell you a little bit. What I do is I'll usually sleep with my phone next to me. That's probably not a good idea, because I've heard a lot of things about that, but for me, I don't really mind. I like having my phone next to me. I like falling asleep to music, like soft sounding music. So when I go and I wake up in the morning, I put on my little affirmations that have me recording what I'm going to be affirming for my life, like I am great, or I am beautiful, or I'm constantly putting my goals in front of me, so that's why I sleep with my phone. And when I wake up, I play those things, and it helps me get my mind right and going, and it motivates me in the morning to get out of bed, And there's another little technique that you can do called the 5-second rule by Mel Robinson, I think. Basically, when you're in bed, you don't want to get up or whatever, you just count down from 5, So I'm in bed right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am getting out of bed and I'm gonna have a great day today. And I say something like that, but the act of counting down from 5, and then getting up as soon as you do, in between you can say, I'm gonna, take on the day, or I'm gonna take on the world, or whatever. And then you can, you can use that as a tool for your kids, so you can get out of bed a lot faster. I'm trying to think, there's other reasons why you would want to get out of bed, like maybe your housing situation, maybe the next day you have a big tournament, like a wrestling tournament or something, and you know that you need to go to that, and that could be motivation, right? Maybe you have maybe you're going to Disneyland or something like that. So like maybe you're in a hotel and you can't wait to go to the continental breakfast in the morning. So whatever it is, you kind of got to find that motivation. It's not really easy, but I think we can make it harder than it needs to be. So I hope that helps. That's how you get up in the morning and find that motivation. All right, later.